Hey there, I'm Noah Walker, and today I am with Miss AnnMarie Goss, who's 9 years old. You can find information from Miss AnnMarie at annmariesanimals.com, and she is teaching us about forestry.
This is a follow-up video to the video that we did with Anna. So, Mr. Kevin, do you know what dendrology means?
Yeah, so dendrology is basically the study of all the different plant species out there. So different trees, different plants, different shrubs. So every species out there has a common name and a scientific name. So the dendrology is just basically the study of identifying all the different plant species out there.
Okay.
My name is Kelsey, and I love forestry contests. This is identifying the different types of trees.
What does timber cruising mean, and what does it do?
So timber cruising, so imagine this. Imagine you're growing a garden, or maybe you're farming, and you want to know how much, say you're planting corn. You want to know how much corn you're going to harvest when it comes time to harvest. So you kind of got an idea. Same thing with timber. We want to know how much standing volume of timber is out there. So we measure that in tons. So each tree weighs a certain amount, right? Can you imagine how much a tree weighs?
Yeah,
a lot.
2 tons.
So timber cruising is basically you go out there and take a small sample and you measure every tree in that area, and there's different size plots and that kind of thing. But you're taking a sample, you're measuring the trees in that plot, the height, the diameter, and then there's volume equations that we use to take those numbers. And we can use those volume equations and estimate the volume, the tons of wood that's on that site. So basically timber cruising is just getting an estimate of how much volume of wood is in that particular area.
Okay.
This is timber cruising. How many boards can come out of the tree?
What are some of the tools in Tool ID?
So some of the tools that we commonly use in forestry, you got tools that you use to measure trees. You got diameter tapes where, you can measure around the tree, but it actually measures the diameter of it. So that's a measurement that we take, and we got clinometers. They're used to measure the height of the tree. So you can back off a certain distance and measure the height of the tree. And then of course we got what we call loggers tapes, basically just a tape to measure distance. So yeah, there's lots of tools in forestry that we use every day.
Forest Tool ID.
What about compass and pacing? Is that stuff even used anymore?
So compass and pacing is used when we're cruising timber. It's basically you lay out a grid to put your plots, so you sample the whole stand uniformly. But technology over the past 20 years, a lot of folks don't use compass and pacing anymore. They actually use GPS. It takes you straight to the points on your grid that you lay out. So we use this technology, GPS. We've got drones, so we use a lot of other technology in forestry besides the compass and pacing.
Okay.
Compass and pacing.
And what are some different disorders about forest?
So forest, there is some risk involved with growing trees. One of the risks is wildfires. Wildfires. If you watch the news, you see a lot of wildfires. Hurricanes can blow. Any kind of something. There's lots of weather related deals that you can get into with timber. But there are some diseases that get in trees. But we use genetics to kind of breed out some of those diseases that get in trees. Fusiform rust is a common disease that affects trees, but they can use better genetics that make trees resistant to some of those diseases. There are insects that attack trees. Southern pine beetle is a big one, but the way to combat that is to keep your trees as healthy as they can be.
Yep.
Try to keep them stress-free, and usually you can keep the disease and the pests away.
Insects and diseases. You might like forestry too. You should try it.
My friend Anna, she got first place high individual at the state forestry competition for FFA. Is that a good competition? Is it a bad competition?
Absolutely, that's a good competition. That gets you some hands-on experience with forestry, hands-on experience with timber cruising, measuring trees. So yes, that's an excellent competition, and you'll get a lot of experience practicing those competitions. So yeah, I would recommend doing those. Absolutely.
Maybe you might want to hire her one day. She's really funny.
Yeah, I bet. Well, good deal. We'll see if we maybe can meet her one day.
Okay.
All right.
Hi, AnnMarie Goss again. If you enjoyed this video, I want you to give a big thumbs up, like this video, and hit subscribe on your way out. Thank you.